Good morning, Alexia. Thanks for meeting with me
Dinig po
today.
yun, guys.
Hi, good
Dinig.
morning. I'm so happy to be here.
Dinig.
All right. Well, look, I'm looking at bringing on an executive virtual assistant to my team. So I have some questions for you.
Sure, I would love to hear them.
Look, with my current business right now, I'm looking at really expanding my social media. And I was hoping you could maybe tell me how, if I bring you on board to my team, you could help me expand my social media presence.
Well, of course. So I can definitely help you with that. What we can do is I have to be more active in your social media. I'll make sure that I'll be able to respond to your followers. Therefore, that would be more efficient so that you'll have more leads generated. And as well as I could be able to do a lot of marketing for you. I can run your Google ads, Facebook ads. We can also do funnel marketing to make sure that your ads are being shown to the relevant audiences.
I mean, would you be able to offer me any suggestions if there's anything maybe with my social media that I'm not doing right? You know, I mean, you've worked with others before, I'm sure of. Is there anything you could suggest to me as well, my business?
Sure, absolutely. For that, because social media is really big, right? I can suggest that we can also open our eyes for different opportunities. Like we can also do LinkedIn. We can also do, because I believe maybe you only have.
Guys, ito ko lang saglit. So, just tignan nyo yung audio malinaw. Yung lighting malinaw. Okay? So, yun. Tapos yung dress niya, nakadress siya. So, parang dress to kill. So, sa interview pa lang, yung professionalism makikita mo doon pa lang sa mga criteria na yan. Okay? At doon sa mga babae, pansinin nyo, si interviewee, mahilig siya mag-beautiful eyes. Okay? So, baka pwede nyo gayahin yun para ma-mesmerize nyo yung mga client nyo. Okay? Pansinin nyo, guys, ha?
Facebook right now. Yeah, so we can also do LinkedIn, YouTube, and we can also do TikTok because TikTok is really big now for Generation Z. So that would also open the eyes of the youth for future references too.
Yeah, I'm currently on Facebook and Instagram right now. I don't have anything for TikTok. And I mean, I have my LinkedIn, but I haven't really thought about it from a business aspect. If you have any ideas on how we can kind of expand my presence with TikTok, LinkedIn, and I'm looking at making some YouTube videos too. What are ways you could help me market to my current customer base, as well as bringing new business as well? What are some ways you could help me with that?
What we can do is I can definitely work with you. We can identify current demographic that your business caters to. And from there, we are able to identify ways on how your product or service would be beneficial on each group. So therefore, that would be a start for us to focus on those areas for growth.
I like that because that's something that I want to bring on a team member that can kind of match the way I run my business also. So that's really important because I want to be able to bounce ideas off of you. And that's kind of how we can work together. Should we move forward together? Being an executive virtual assistant, I was told you could help me with all my admin tasks, but at the same time, I'm going to need help with more the prospecting side of things to help me with new business and help me with my current customer base. I'd really like to know, what are ways that you qualify prospects?
I really believe that it is important for you to identify the business needs. For example, for business to business, you have to identify the needs of the business. And for business to consumers, you have to identify the needs of the consumers. From there, you'll be able to identify which kind of service you'll be offering as a solution.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's great. That's kind of how I run my business right now. If I'm talking to someone, I make it all about them. I make it all about their business. I make it all about the consumer. Tie it in. I'm happy to hear that. Okay. What do you think is the best method for establishing a relationship with a new prospect? What do you think is important?
The number one important is accountability. When you say that you'll follow up with someone, you'll have to do it. You have to be always on time. Because the reason why is because, of course, you want to make sure that they would feel important. And you have to make sure that they would feel valued, because relationship with clients is really important. We want to make sure that we are able to value relationships with them.
In the role you're in right now, can you give me an example of like a day-to-day what you'll do with follow-up for prospecting?
Normally, I do have a calendar because I want to make sure that everything is organized. And then after that, I always make sure that 5 minutes before the call, I am able to review everything, because of course, we're going to deal with a lot of consumers or prospects. We have to make sure that before starting the call, you're already ready. Therefore, if ever they won't answer because sometimes they're really busy, you can leave a voicemail or send them a text message. You have to make sure that you're able to get your messages across. You're able to make them realize that you called them even though they're not available. For me, communication is really important.
Oh, definitely. I love that. I'm happy to hear that. What if I need you to set up appointments for me on more of my personal side of things, but I also want you to be making appointments with prospects? Because I'm going to want help with both. I'm going to need help with my business, but I'm also going to need help with maybe personal appointments as well. How would you kind of differentiate the two?
I would be really happy to help you with that because also that is also one of the responsibilities. It's not only going to be depending with the needs of our clients or prospects. Of course, your personal needs are important to me as well. I'm going to make another list. Aside from the calendar, I believe a list is also important for me to make sure that I am on track in regards to scheduling and everything.
In terms of work productivity, what keeps you motivated? Because I know you're working virtually. So what keeps you motivated throughout the day?
The thing that keeps me motivated is I really want to make sure that every day I am able to learn new things. I'm not really contented to one thing. I always find ways on how to make myself grow. And every day it's just like a challenge for me. I am every day motivated and every time I learn new things, it makes me really excited and happy to help me with my growth as a person and for me to be able to provide quality service as well.
Gotcha. Okay. With my current team, I like to have team meetings every week. Whoever I decide to go forward with in this process,
Guys, mabilis lang. Pag ganyan yung mga interview nyo, o in my experience, pag marami siyang tanong, mas maging focus kayo kasi mas marami siyang tanong, mas interesado yung mga clients nyo sa interview. Kasi may mga interview din ako na parang ang bilis lang, 1 or 2 to 3 questions lang, parang yeah, thank you, we'll do a follow-up. Pero pag ganyan guys, na mga medyo matagal na siya, so ibig sabihin interesado sila sa inyo, okay?
I'll be including, for example, if I move forward with you, I'll be including you on the team meetings as well. Make sure we all work together. What about like on the day-to-day? Is there anything you can provide me to kind of show me what you're working on, next steps, anything like that?
Yes, absolutely. We can actually do an end of day and start of day report wherein we can talk about the task that you want to be done today. And I will make sure that at the end of the day, everything is accomplished.
Okay. Perfect. And then I guess just this is more of a behavior question. If I gave you 4 tasks, how would you prioritize what tasks to get done first?
That would be in a time frame. So of course, you have to assess the tasks that are assigned to you on which are, the most important than the others. So what you should do is you can focus first on the things that are urgent. You have to be organized with that. You have to make sure which task you have to pay attention to. And then from there, you'll be able to assess on which task you'll be doing first.
And then I guess kind of wrap things up. What's something you're passionate about?
All right. I am really passionate in technology. I really love computers. I really love learning new systems. And of course, I really love talking to people because socializing for me is really important, not only because of the job, but also for your personal self. So for me, socializing and technology, that would develop my skills for future preferences.
That's great. That's great. Because actually, a lot of my customer base right now, I'm dealing with a lot of families. So I really want to have someone on my team who's warm and can really match my personality as well. So I was happy that I got to look at your personality trait and everything like that before the interview. So that's something that's important to me. I want you to be a reflection of me and my business. Alexia, I don't have any more questions at this time. Thank you so much for me.
Yun guys. Yun end na. Okay? So, any feedback, questions since the interview?
Ang galing po.
Galing, no? Dire-diretso lang siya.
Yes.
Kaya ba yun?
Dire-diretso lang po. Dire-diretso at saka smooth lang po siya.
Yun yung natin. Yun yung magiging objective natin. Kailangan pagkatapos ng training na to, ready na kayo sa ganun. Okay, so, hindi siya ganun mabilis na ma-master. Pero talagang experience. Lahat experience. Practice. Okay? So, any feedback doon sa interview? Anyone would like to add something?
Me, the interviewee shows positivity
Confidence, yes, number 1 yan.
and confidence. Yep. Yeah.
And I just want to add, the virtual assistant have all the necessary experience and knowledge when it comes to client's business.
Okay. So sa atin,
She is effective.
sa atin naman, kung wala kayong kung wala experience sa lead generation, tatargetin natin yung kung ano yung sasabihin nyo at ano yung mga expectations nyo ng mga tanong nila. Okay? So yeah, would you like to add something, Victor?
Nag-elaborate po siya kung what at saka kung paano niya matutulungan ng client. Kasi nung client talagang interesado kung doon sa methods
Mm.
Wala pong mararating ng tao kung hindi ma-elaborate po ng methods, kung hindi niya po alam ang gagawin niya. So, sa tingin ko po, talaga po nag-stood out sa akin.
Mm. I see. Appreciate that, Victor. So, if I could also add, ganito lang kasimpleng interview, okay? Ang mindset doon, kung ini-interview mo ako, ini-interview din kita. Ganun lang yun. Okay? And just try to hope but not to expect to pass the interview. Pero you prepare. And also, may sinabi yung dating trainee namin na operations manager sa call center. Ang idea ng interview, kailangan isipin mo sa sarili mo, i-place mo yung sarili mo na para ka ng empleyado. Parang ganun yung mindset mo. Okay? And also, keep it short and simple. Smile, importante yon. Be professional sa time, sa mga ganun kasimple. Pero, we will dig deeper onto that. Sino po rito yung na-interview na ng client mismo? Hindi po ng hindi po ng Pinoy sa call center, na operations manager. Anyone here got the chance to interviewed by foreigners, clients? Meron na?
Ako, Trix.
Ayun pala, no, sa GR, no? Yun. So, makakatulong sa inyo yan. Okay, so let's move forward. Guys, break time.